وقضى ربك ألا تعبدوا إلا إياه وبالوالدين إحسانا إما يبلغن عندك الكبر أحدهما أو كلاهما فلا تقل لهما أف ولا تنهرهما وقل لهما قولا كريما واخفض لهما جناح الذل من الرحمة وقل رب ارحمهما كما ربياني صغيرا ربكم أعلم بما في نفوسكم إن تكونوا صالحين فإنه كان للأوابين غفورا صدق الله العظيم. These ayahs that I have just recited of Surah Bani Israel, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us some special instructions regarding some very important people. And the importance of these people can only be known once we see the book of Allah and the ahadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. And those are the parents. There isn't any way to express the importance of parents and obedience to parents better than how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala puts it in Quran al-Kareem when He wants to tell us of the importance of parents. He tells us that وَقَضَى رَبُّكَ أَلَّا تَعْبُدُوا إِلَّا إِيَّاهُ وَبِالْوَالِدَيْنِ إِحْسَانًا. I am honoring you not to worship anyone but me, and next to me, the ones that you have to take care of, the one that comes just after me, are your parents. وَبِالْوَالِدَيْنِ إِحْسَانًا. And again you will find similar type of ayahs where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, after mentioning the oneness of Allah and the importance of believing in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, just next to that, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will mention the rights of parents. And therefore Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in this ayah, إِمَّا يَبْلُغَنَّ عِنْدَكَ الْكِبَرَ أَحَدُهُمَا أَوْ كِلَاهُمَا. If they get to the old age, either both of them or either one of them, فَلَا تَقُلْ لَهُمَا أُفْ. Don't even say uff to them. What does uff mean? Uff doesn't necessarily mean that we utter these two letters, alif and fa, and say uff. Uff simply means showing them unwillingness of doing something. They want something to be done, and you assure them that you are not willing to do it. To the extent that, for example, they ask for something and the person, while doing it, says, just showing them that you are not really feeling like doing it, but okay, I'm doing it. That that you have said, and they have heard it from you, or just the expression of the face can just relate the word of, and can relate this very same message of that you make your face in such a way while doing the work, you get up to do it. It's not, Quran doesn't say, it's not talking in this ayah about not fulfilling their order. No, the person is fulfilling the order. He's doing what they asked for. It's only during that process sometimes shows them unwillingness. This is off. And it's haram because it's forbidden in Quran al-Kareem. Just like Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made a lot of other things haram in Quran. Many times we take those things as real haram, and these things, as they are we take them very lightly. Whereas, it's the same source and same type of words used in Quran al-Kareem. What will make one worse haram than other? Both of them are haram and both of them are forbidden in the book of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Now imagine, if saying off to them is not allowed and it's haram, then how about rejecting their orders and saying plain no to them that I won't do it? What type of sin that might be? And this is why Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam in order just to inform us of what type of sin that is. He tells us in the hadith, very simple words, Huma jannatuk aw naruk. They are either your paradise or your hellfire. And when asked about the most important thing in deen, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam replied, the hadith is in Sahih al-Bukhari and Muslim. He said, as-salatu li waqtiha, performing salah within the time of the salah. ثم ماذا يا رسول الله? What comes next يا رسول الله? Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, birrul walidain. The next to that is obedience to parents. Just as we have shortcuts in every orders of Islam now, and we learn these shortcuts from other people. One day for deen, out of which. And many people really think the day of Jum'ah is the day for Salah. Yes, other than Salatul Jum'ah, the rest of the Salah are not of that importance. And not only Jama'ah, there are many people who don't even get the chance to perform the fara'id throughout the week. The only form they might perform is Salatul Jama'ah, a shortcut to the deen, thinking that this will be enough, something that we have borrowed it from others, that God is only in the places of worship. Be a Muslim when you go to the masjid. At home, do whatever you like, because the idols are over there. Something that we are borrowing from others. This was never a concept of our deen, that mu'min in the masjid and this something different outside of the masjid. We don't find that concept in the life of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam and Sahaba ridwanullahi alayhim ajma'in. And then performing salah once a week. Where did we get this concept from? We borrowed it from others. That we have one day for church. And same thing with this farb of Islam, obedience to parents. We started borrowing this also from others, that one day in a year for mother. And here we find a lot of our people will try to send a card, Mother's Day card to their mothers. What does that mean? What does this Mother's Day mean? Where did we get this from? And what does it mean for a believer, for a mu'min? Who believes in these ayahs of the Quran al-Kareem, and these hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Would that person still send the card once a year to the mother, thinking that it's the day to pay her off? Subhanallah. When wasn't the day that to pay her off? Now is the day to pay her off. You see, big signs. Is the day to pay her off. By what? By a candy. Give her a candy so you paid her off. Send her a card so you paid her off. Buy some gifts for 20 or 50 bucks and you have paid her off. Things that we are buying and leaving much more valuable items that we had, throwing that on the trash, keeping that on the side, and then borrowing these things from others, subhanallah. What could be the direction of that ummah? Just imagine. Just think. If our children will start taking the money from us and throwing it in the trash, and then they bring some money that you buy some of these small games, Monopoly, these type of games, and they get some of the money from there. That's copies mean for children to play with. And they are trying to save that one. What are we going to say to our children? We are doing the similar type of things. Borrowing fake things and throwing the real things away. The real deen that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave us, the real importance that Quran and Hadith gave us, we put it on the side and we borrow these fake things once a year. And not even realizing that is not just something, a symbol of respect or something like this. No, it has a big background behind it. It's attached to a lot of other things. There are a lot of strings attached to it. It's not just a respect for a mother. Whereas even that by itself, if it was that only, Sharia will not approve it. But if you look at the encyclopedias, you'll find that really Mother's Day is not a Mother's Day. The full word is Mother Reha's Day. And what is Mother Reha? Is the mother of God according to the Greeks. And they used to celebrate the day of God's mother. The histories as they talk about it, they tell us, as Christians